So how do I pick the next destination? Well, that's a good question, because sometimes it's choice, sometimes it's pure serendipity. So for example, I'm here, if you are new to this channel, by the way, Extraordinaries, I am Miguel, and this is Fort Lauderdale in Florida. And well, I'm gonna take this path, off the beaten path. So I choose my trip, my next destinations, first of all by self-awareness. I have a video on self-awareness for travelers, not just for tourists, but for travelers, for perpetual travelers, for infinite travelers, 365 days a year. So I would say, okay, there we go. I would say, first of all, self-awareness. What do you love the most? And the second thing, when you have clarity around that, I would say you have to be willing to explore. So for example, this is an example. Be willing to explore, like a dead end. Okay, go back. So this is a perfect example, improvised, that traveling, it's about exploring. Sometimes you will hit the target, you'll go to paradise and you'll be like, wow, this is amazing. And some other times you'll just realize that, yeah, you have to change directions and then boom, go back again with the proper route, right? So asking people, and here's my favorite piece of advice, it's asking people that are also travelers. So for example, this is what we do in our community, in the collective, the Extraordinaries collective. Our members, you have the description, the link in the description down below to check it out. There we talk about, hey, I visited that place and I loved it, or you access this, I call it like intelligence, like, yeah, it's kind of a collective intelligence, collective mastermind, where you can pick the best of everybody's brain. So you can say, hey, I realized doing the self-awareness exercise, it's a series of a lot of questions, more than 50 questions. They are all plotted already, like to help you clarify in 15 minutes how to travel in a way that you feel more wow, excited, and you feel like you're living your extraordinary life 100%. So when you have all these criteria, you just ask people, hey, what's a place in the world that you can live like that? So for example, I love palm trees and I love beaches with beach long and white, this white sand. I also like, you know, this tropical vibe, this island vibe. So I asked people and I got recommended Jericoacoara in Brazil, Pipa in Brazil, Floripa in Brazil. I also got recommended Santa Marta in Colombia. I got recommended Tulum. I got recommended Holbox. No internet in Holbox, by the way. Mexico as well, like Tulum. I got recommended tons of places, you know, and I can Google search, but probably Google search is gonna throw me boom. It's gonna give me results of popular destinations, touristy destinations, or trendy destinations. If you want to find hidden gems, you get that by asking travelers or by joining the right community, you know, that likes to go off the beaten path. So looks like this way. Let's see, let's explore together. So yeah, you need to consider other options apart from Google search or YouTube search with all the influencers, etc., etc. So that's what I would say. Ask, and but with clear intentions. When you are really clear on what you want, it's much easier to tap into somebody's mind. Because if you ask the question of, oh, what place in the world did you like? I mean, you don't know that person maybe, and they will just say what they love doing. Maybe they talk about mountains in Switzerland, mountains in Italy, and for example, you might not like snow. I don't like snow. I already had a lot of snow when I was a kid, so I don't need any more snow. Now I want tropical vibes and sun on my skin like this. So yeah, like this is the perfect bike for me. And yes, I would say I like this. Do you know a place in the world that it's like this? And then you're gonna have better answers. So I'm gonna share this with you. Look, this beautiful trail. Okay, again, when you are in these beautiful places, and when you are barefoot, you are not afraid of flooded or places with water. You just love it and it's refreshing. So when you are in places like this that you love and you nailed it, you feel much more creative. So that's why it's so important to be self-aware. Number one, check my other videos on self-awareness, check the documents as well that we have, the checklist that we have on self-awareness if you are a member of the Extraordinaries Collective. And if you want to check it out, you have it down below. And it's an extraordinary life. It's by design. I just want to finish this video with this. Extraordinary life is by design. Extraordinary life is joining people that is like-minded, joining people that knows how to travel, because you have the tourists and then you have the travelers, and then you have the extraordinary travelers and travelers, perpetual travelers, digital nomads, 365 days a year. So if you join the right community and you talk with the right people, you're gonna get the best pieces of advice, the best recommendations, and the quality of your travels, your trips, your traveling is gonna just skyrocket. So remember, we have one life, we have X amount of years in front of us. What counts is how do you make the most of them, because you can be 5 years traveling and have a experience, or you can be 5 years traveling and be like all the time, every day, every week for a year. So you choose how you want to travel, choose wisely. I'm Mikel from Florida, from this beautiful park that by serendipity I ended up here. But this is life. When you put yourself in the right place at the right time, life helps. This is how I see things. The universe, it's not just benign but benevolent. So stay tuned for the next ones and be extraordinary.